Shedeur Sanders, whether you love him, whether you hate him, I think one thing we could all agree on is people were maybe being a little too harsh on him coming out of Colorado this year. While he didn't have the best rookie year, I can admit, I think some of the turnovers, interceptions he had weren't necessarily entirely on him. I think it was just a pure meltdown from the offensive schematically, and we'll get into it today, so I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys do, please subscribe. It helps me out, and we're just going to get right into this thing. We are going to start this off with Shedeur's first ever game in the NFL. First career game starting, and this interception is just going to get away from him here. I mean, that's just pretty bad. But there's something that's interesting that I've seen on this, why I think that this isn't entirely Shedeur's fault. And we're going to see it on this angle here exactly. There's going to be a stunt that just comes in free right up the A-gap there. I mean, that is horrible offensive line play, just straight up horrible. And that's why I believe that a lot of these interceptions by Shedeur are taking out of context, because I don't necessarily think they're as at fault of Shedeur that people like to make. So we're going to have a flat route, and then we're going to have some kind of curl route. Looks like the Ravens just roll into a cover three, and then a backside dig. It's something along the lines of this. I can't exactly figure out what it is. And what's going to happen is the Ravens are going to be running a stunt, meaning they're going to have this defensive end twist inside into the A-gap. And, I mean, it goes to perfection because the Browns are just not able to pick it up at all. And that's what leaves him coming in free. And you're going to see him twist around there. And, I mean, you got a clean shot at the quarterback right up the A-gap. And this isn't Shedeur's fault necessarily because, I mean, the curl's still developing and you got the flat. And then you got the backside dig coming along. But why I say it's not necessarily his fault is because, well, anytime you have a free rusher coming straight at you, free, it's kind of hard to make your reads. Now, if we want to be really picky, could he throw this? Yeah. Could he just get to his check down and throw that flat route? Yes. But it sails from him. He doesn't really necessarily have time to wait for this curl to develop. Could throw with the anticipation, still a risky ball, but at the end of the day, it's also still a pretty bad ball to be throwing because, I mean, it just sails right in between the two receivers, straight into Nate Wiggins' hands there. And we're going to see it from this angle now. This is what I wanted to bring up was the stunt coming in. Like we just talked about, they're going to bring this defensive end on a twist straight up the A-gap, and it looks like the Browns are running just straight 5-0 protection, meaning everybody has one guy. You have him, and then the back slides down to pick you up. I mean, schematically, you'd think it'd work, but when you're on a stunt against 5-0 protection, this tends to happen is this kind of thing, because what ends up happening is everybody's got one guy, and then you have the back sliding down. Okay, well, if they run a stunt, who's going to, slide over to get him? It's a really hard thing to pick up on 5-0 protection. So, I mean, he just comes in super, super quick. We're going to see it. Shedeur gets the snap, and yeah, everybody blocks well. Everybody gets their man. The problem is just nobody accounts for the stunt man, which is, I mean, brutal, because interior of the pocket is maybe the one thing you want to protect the most is the interior of the pocket. So for him to come in free like that, like I said, it's not a good throw, right? Like Shedeur should be able to stand tall and just fire it to his check down is what I'd like to see from him. But you also can't blame the guy when he has, I don't know, less than 2 seconds to throw the ball. So I understand the criticism on this, but I also think that it's just a pure breakdown from his offensive line. Staying on the frustrating side with Shedeur, this is another play where it's kind of like just get to your check down. We're going to see. So he looks for his first read, not there, and he's just standing there in the pocket, takes the sack. And the reason why this play is so frustrating to me is he's going to have Quinshawn wide open on his little swing route after the play action. I mean, you literally see him get free. And Shedeur just stands in the pocket. I mean, he sees it. He ends up seeing it. It's just a little too late than what I would have liked. And these are the things that you really get frustrated with if you're a Shedeur Sanders fan, because these are the things I think he needs to work on the most. So it's going to be play action with a little swing route and then a switch release down here, crosser with a backside dig. I don't really know what out here is. I don't even think he's really in the read necessarily. But why it's so frustrating is because you're going to have the defender that was supposed to be guarding him. Like I said, I don't know if it was a blitz or whatever, but Quinshon ends up getting free on his little swing route, and Shedeur just never sees him. I don't know how. I don't know why. We're gonna just see him right there. I mean, Quinshon, so free, dude. Please, please throw this, Shedeur. Please. He's on his first read, and we'll see it once we get to the different angle here, the end zone angle. But he's looking at his first read, which isn't there. And could he throw the backside dig? Yes, if he really wanted to. But his eyes just never leave right here, which is very interesting because I mean, you see he's covered, right? So his processing time just takes him a while to really process what the defense is showing him, which is one of his flaws. Even at Colorado, this was one of his flaws, and we're going to see it from this angle, especially, is he just kind of sticks with his first read. I mean, the protection is good, gets to the cross, still standing there. You can see his feet start to get sporadic here, right there in the pocket. Start to get a little sporadic. Still has time, and he still has Quinshon right here, wide open. He's still standing in the pocket, still trying to process the defense. About 2 seconds into the play, and then just tries to extend the play. Couldn't get it to go. So these are the things when I watch Shedeur that if he cleans this up, I think this is his biggest flaw is his processing ability and his overall awareness to be like, okay, I need to know where my check down is and get it to him ASAP because I mean these are free yards right here. His defender is nowhere even near him. So if he just throws that sooner, I think that could be even a first down we're talking about. It's not all bad though for Shedeur Sanders. We're gonna have this play, this touchdown pass, I think maybe his best play of his rookie season. They call a cover two beater. The Steelers ran cover two zone, and we're just going to see the throw. I mean, amazing back shoulder throw there to Harold Fannin Jr., another rookie. And I mean, overall, this play was amazing. I was there live. I mean, my jaw dropped when I seen this because I was like, holy shit, why can't Shedeur do this every week? I'm a big Shedeur guy. I love what he can do, but he's just gonna make the right throw here. I think overall this was just the right throw, and I mean the throw was perfect. If Kyle Duggar has any more awareness, this is probably an interception, but you can't go off of probablys, right? It was still an amazing throw. So we're going to see it. We're going to have Harold Fannin come over and then run a corner route. And then we're going to have an out route here down at the bottom. Over here, it looks like some kind of sit route over the ball and then kind of a post route, something like that. But like I said, they called it cover two beater. Steelers ran cover two. And I really like the processing on this play for Shedeur because I think he realizes what the defense is quicker than what he normally would, and he gets to his guy. He knows what route he's on. And, I mean, does he stare him down? Yes, but that's not always necessarily bad if you know what they're running. And he stands good in the pocket, stands tall, makes an amazing throw. That throw is amazing. I love this angle especially because, I mean, the pocket starts collapsing from the interior here, and he still just kind of stands tall, makes the throw. I like the footwork here. Just a little 1-2 and then hitch. He does pat the ball there. I mean, it's a little bit of a telegraph to when he's going to throw it, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. Tons of quarterbacks do that. I don't understand why he got a lot of flack for that coming out of Colorado, but makes an amazing throw with the safety. I mean, look at this window that he's throwing into right now. We have corner right here trailing, and then we have Kyle Duggar closing in from this side. Like I said, if Kyle has any more awareness and just gets his head around. I mean, this window really isn't that big. He probably could have intercepted it, but he doesn't. Former Patriot gets cooked. So, yeah, I mean, it's just an amazing throw. Good back shoulder throw. These are the things you like to see out of Shedeur if you are a Browns fan, is this. I think this is the potential of Shedeur. I think this is the overall ceiling of Shedeur. If he can just replicate this every week, he's going to be just fine. There were some interceptions he threw this year, yes, that were absolutely awful. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But there were some interceptions this year that you really have to dive into the tape to see the full story. There was a bunch of passes batted at the line. There was a bunch of drop passes. There was a bunch of passes off of receivers' hands that resulted in interceptions. So when you stat watch a quarterback like Shedeur, who had the kind of year he had where he didn't necessarily light up the stat sheet, it's important to really watch every play with full detail and really understand what's happening. Yes, I know he still had bad interceptions, but I'm just trying to paint the full picture because I think Shedeur got a lot of bad rep that wasn't really needed. I thought Shedeur played really good. I thought he played very good for a rookie quarterback who only played halfway through the year. And I think with all the adversity that he had put on him, I don't think he could have done better, to be honest with you. He went 3-4 as a starter. He had the best record out of any Browns quarterback this year. While the stats don't necessarily prove the whole picture, I think Shedeur still has room to grow, obviously. He was a rookie. But I also don't think he was as bad as people like to make him out to be. Overall, I grade Shedeur's rookie year a 6.1 out of 10. I think he played fairly well with the cards he was dealt, but I think there's still a lot of room for improvement. I think overall he can be a very good starter in this league. He just needs the coach that believes in him, and I think Todd Monken will be that. I would not be shocked if Shedeur comes out and balls this year. We've seen what Todd Monken did with Lamar Jackson his first year with him, so I wouldn't be surprised. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, though, because this was a lot of fun to make. If you did, subscribe, comment down below if you are a Browns fan what you like about Shedeur the most, and I'll see you guys in the next video.